Every month, for one night, George's in the LBJ Student Center is filled with this.
Outside rail construction goes on without fail. I forgot the words, but I don't care.
Laughter, music, and the brave students and San Marcos locals who decide to take the stage at Open Mic Night. The Student Association for Campus Activities organizes the event that keeps drawing students back.
They continue honestly because the student body loves them, and we always have a good turnout, and every time we've had open mic nights, we have students coming up and asking when the next one is at the very beginning of the event.
SACA Operations Coordinator Shannon Hetland says open mic nights are meant to promote community bonding among students on campus.
They can get back together and they come back and they can perform something new, or they can create like something together. And we've just had different events where even people who were came separately at the very end got up on stage all together and sang a song together.
Hetland says several different student and local performers attend the events, and for some, it's a fresh start.
I definitely will perform again. I want to open up for like a comedian here. Like, you know, they get a lot of comedians here.
And for some, it's a growing experience.
I broke a string pretty early on, so I feel like that hampered what could have been a better performance, but I'm not overly disappointed.
Ramirez says performers should take the opportunity to go on stage.
For musicians, it's a really good way to test out material. So, like, for me, it's really helpful.
The next open mic night will be at George's on April 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. For Bobcat Update, I'm Sarah Bay.
Peaceful, you know, like we can do things around town or even closer to where we live, but if we really want a quiet place to just unwind and get away from everything, you don't have the choice here. You cannot use your cell phone because there's no signal, but sometimes that's a really good thing.
Back in the city, you can go out and stuff, but you're kind of just surrounded by all these distractions, whereas here you just focus on each other and like the nature around you and spending time with each other.
You actually rent paddle boats, go kayaking, the river's here, you can go, you know, golf course, you can go, I guess, line dancing over here, you can go hiking, you can pretty much do a little bit of everything.
I think just taking in like the natural beauty of everything that's out here is a big piece of why I come out here and why I think people should come out here. You don't get to experience things like this within the city, so I think just taking a step back and just like being able to soak in, you know, and take yourself back to a time when, you know, we didn't have all of the commotion, all of the hustle, all the bustle around us, and just take a chance to just really unwind. And for us as a couple, we just get to spend time together without the distraction of everything else that is around us. So.
Sometimes they make friends too. I mean, you don't realize how much of a difference it can make to just sit around a campfire and talk to each other. Like sometimes you just don't take the time to sit and talk about whatever it is you're thinking.
My name is Andrea and I play the guitar. It's a lot different playing with other people. It's so much more fun. I think playing alone, it's just a different experience. I don't know. It's more of an extension of who you are, whereas I think in like a band, when you're playing with a band, it's so much more than that. It's an extension of multiple people. So it's more fun and it's more interesting, the outcome. My name is Jessica, and I play the drums. Honestly, I've been making music probably since I was a kid. I've always been interested in I started off playing the piano. I taught myself a little bit here and there. I mostly play by ear, so basically throughout my whole life I want to pursue music and for my life, the rest of my life. I think that's always been a thing. To actually be doing it or still have the mindset to do that, that's still very fresh. That's still something that I think I want to accomplish, whether with the band or by myself. More so with the band, because yeah. But music is definitely something that's going to be a part of my life.
Melanie Robinson. I play violin. Am I supposed to look at this or are you? Yeah. Violin and guitar and ukulele for one song. I started playing violin in the 5th grade. So I transitioned and I played that all throughout middle school and then high school, and I transitioned to guitar in high school and then I took that in college. The first show that I ever played with Dear Vibes, which was the first band, we were in San Marcos, and they didn't have enough mics for all of the stringed instruments, and it was before I had a pickup, so I needed a mic for my violin. So we kind of were switching off and on, but I was so drunk at some point that I decided to bail from the mic, and despite the fact that no one could hear me, our lead singer was like, just jump on the speakers that are lined up front and just play your ass off. And I was like, okay, great. So it was this ridiculous moment of nobody being able to really hear me, but loving kind of the spotlight and just the feel of it, So I think maybe that was an aha moment. I like stages.
Get it in your mattress, the smell of the 99 spices, and in a very common crisis, everything's not a red and black rose, everything's really as a process.
Practically, I'm realistically, very few bands make it. So in that sense, I'm prepared for it to be a hobby forever. I think it would be dope if we just so happened to stumble upon stardom. That would be awesome. I think because we are a girl band, that sets us apart in some ways. Just in terms of getting exposure, I think people pay more attention because we're kind of different. But I'm never banking on it, for sure.